Good afternoon. It is amazing in Fishers, Indiana today. I mean, spectacular. The weather is cool, the wind is light, birds are flying, flowers are blooming. I don't know what else to say. It's just amazing. Have you ever tried to keep the rules and look for success in that? It doesn't really work, does it? Like trying to drive down the road and keep the speed limit. Um, it doesn't work because to stay within the speed limit, you have to drive less than the speed limit, and then you get all kinds of chaos from doing that. And that's a confusing place to try to be justified, made like you're right by keeping the rules. And Galatians 5 talks about that. Galatians 5 says that it was for freedom that Christ has set you free. He knew that we were bound by rules and a lot of other burdens, and he came and lived a sinless life and made the perfect sacrifice so we could be set free from all the craziness of this world. And he said, if you've been set free in Galatians 5, why would you go back to trying to get set back into bondage? He said, do not go back into bondage anymore. And the bondage that they were moving towards for the men in that culture was circumcision, that they thought that circumcision would make them more right in God's eyes. And Paul, being a Jew, which that was part of their cultural process, he stood up and said, no, that's not part of this thing called walking with Jesus. And so he said, don't do those things, because if you try to put rules into your walk with Jesus, what you've done is effectively said, okay, of all the laws in the Bible, because I'm going to add one in there, I'm now, once again, accountable to 100% of them. And what he said is, you've fallen from grace. He didn't say you lost your salvation. He said you've fallen from walking a grace-based life to putting yourself 100% back under the law, which is an act of foolishness, in my opinion. Like to have the freedom to walk with God's Spirit living in you and to enjoy life from His power, from His perspective, and from His life, it's just not even comparable with putting yourself under a bunch of rules. So Galatians 5, Paul's just encouraging you, walk by the power of His Spirit living united with your spirit and enjoy it. Don't go into rules. Rules are a bad plan. They will stress you out. They will leave you worn out, unfulfilled, and they will never, ever, ever, ever justify you. Jesus did that. He loves you. Holy cow. Up on that tree there, you probably can't see it. There's a whole flock of yellow finches. There goes a couple of them. There goes some more. This is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. But anyway, walk by the Spirit. It's a cool thing. Sorry about my ADD thing.